Who put this card in the window?
I don't know, sir.
You better find out.
Very good, sir. This gentleman wants to know who put that card in the window.
I did, sir. Who gave you your instructions?
The manager, sir.
Fetch him at once.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, what can I do for you? Did you order this card to be put in the window? Anything wrong with it, sir? I asked you a simple question. Did you have this card put in the window?
Well, yes, sir.
On whose authority?
On instructions from the managing director.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll see him at once.
Very good, sir. Will you step this way, please? Gentlemen to see you on an urgent matter, Mr. Douglas.
Are you the managing director?
Certainly, sir. What can I do for you?
All right, you can go. Did you order this to be put in your window?
Yes. What about it?
We don't need any more. I've decided to take the job.
What do you mean, bursting into my office like this?
A cool head brings home the bacon.
Bacon?
Not original, Marco. Oh, no, no. A small phrase gathered from this little book of words I have here. How to become a salesman.
You say you've decided to take this job, have you? Well, I think I'll let you have it.
Of course. Get in, do your business, get out.
Is that Briggs? Our new salesman has just engaged us. I'm coming over to demonstrate a machine to him. Have one ready.
Well, if Sir Rickaby will be good enough to sign the draft agreement, we could conclude our business.
You know, Plumford, I'm not at all sure that I ought to go through with it.
Oh, but you can't throw me down like this. I took your word as a knight and a gentleman. On your promise to finance my show Pansy Faces, I kept it on.
Don't worry, Corver. Sir Rickaby won't desert you.
Well, why doesn't he sign then? When he made it a condition I should take his little friend Marion Brent out of the chorus and play her lead...
You objected. You said she couldn't act.
I know, but when you made it clear that you were financing my show solely on Marion's account, what did I do?
Like any other sensible person, you jumped at the money.
I sacrificed my artistic conscience.
Hello? Hello? Oh, is that you, Marion?
Any news for me yet? Oh, Mr. Corver's there now. Really? Oh, he's raising objections.
No, not exactly objections. You see, the position is...
Oh, you gave me quite a shock. You know I'm relying on you, don't you? What it means to me. Why, of course I trust you implicitly. And when I'm a big star... Oh, you don't know how happy you've made me.
Leave it to me, Marion. Everything will be all right. Au revoir.
That's better, Sir Rickaby. Now we can sign the agreement, I take it.
Not so quick. There's one other serious difficulty. Plumford, one moment. My wife, Plumford, you don't know her.
Good morning, madam. Good morning. I wish to apologize for passing your house on my previous visit.
You were here just now.
Don't interrupt, please. Where was I? Ah, yes, of course. It was purely an oversight, but fortunately I realized the omission before it was too late. Of course, you wouldn't like to feel that you were the only person in the street who hadn't slammed the door in my face. That's it. Now, I mean, who hadn't accepted, refused.
How much more is there all this?
There you are, madam. Take it. It's yours.
What's in it?
Ah, there's more in that case than meets the eye. The whole secret lies in the little pump. Of course, it's what we might call a personal cleaner. Private. Of course, we have to make a small charge of 3 and 6 for the little pump. A very good little pump, too, mark you. I've seen pumps...
What is all this, Agatha?
I can't make head the tail of him. You're asking his head more than he can stand.
I do wish you'd tell me what's in that bag.
Ah. See what we've got here. There you are. Allow me to introduce to you the Mop-It-Up vacuum cleaner. You pump the little pump, and the cleaner does the rest.
Vacuum cleaner? But you sell them?
Oh, lots of them. At least I hope to someday.
Oh, you Poor thing.
Yes, it's a sort of a sacrifice.
Well, we all have to make sacrifices, don't we?
You know, you're terribly sympathetic.
I only wish I could stay longer.
But you're not going.
Oh, but my nephew.
But aren't you going to let me demonstrate on one of your carpets? At least, perhaps I could put it off until you come back.
Oh, but I may be hours.
Oh, I shouldn't in the least mind waiting hours for you.
Oh, but you're limping.
Oh, yes, I've had rather a trying morning.
Well, now, look here, don't you hurry. You sit down and rest a while. I mean, really, I must be going.
But if I should be resting when you return, then I'll demonstrate.
All right.
I tell you what, I'll put in a little practice, you see, and get the thing going properly, shall I?
Yes, do. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
What are you playing at?
Come along, give us a hand, will you? Now then, all together. Now, steady on. Up. Oh, be careful. Now then, all together. 1, 2, 3.
I thought there was something wrong with you from the start. I said to myself, that man's up to no good.
I'm terribly sorry, but something went wrong.
I should think it did. You put that infernal machine away.
Yes, certainly. You know, there's something I'd very much like to ask you.
What is it?
Do you think I could have a bowl of hot water?
What for?
Well, as a matter of fact, a pail would be better. It's rather a private matter.
What?
Well, you must know my feet are very sore.
Never mind about your feet. What about our carpet?
Oh, I say you can always replace your carpet, but you can't replace my feet.
If you want hot water, it's in the kitchen. I'm hot.
Say, I don't even know where the kitchen is, and I must have some hot water.
My dear Boadicea, I have an uncomfortable feeling that you don't believe me.
Do you know any reason why I should?
My darling.
Rickaby, don't waste time. Get out. Somebody moving in there.
I can't hear anything, my dear. They're out. Hello, my dear fellow. How are you? How are you? My name's Rudd. You're Marion's husband. Everything depends upon you. Help me and you'll never regret it.
Listen to me.
Yes, my dear. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by shutting the door on me like that?
An accident, my dear.
No, it wasn't. You did it on purpose. Well?
This is Marion's husband, Robert, and my wife, Lady Rudd. see we've called it rather an inconvenient time. My wife suffers with her feet, too, so she can sympathise with you.
Rickaby, how dare you?
I'm sorry, my dear. We'd better call another day.
What's the matter with your feet?
Everything. I've been walking a lot.
Well, you better sit down and rest them.
Oh, well, we can't stay now, my dear. Don't desert me now, whatever you do.
But how long have I been married?
18 months. You're desperately in love with her. I'm afraid that you encourage me.
I see, and I'm in love with you too.
No.
Nothing.
What are you two whispering about?
We're not whispering.
It sounds very confidential to me. This is the sitting room, I suppose.
Yes, this is the sitting room.
Rather nice, don't you think?
Looks a bit effeminate to me. What's this? The customer's always right. Never argue. When in doubt, say nothing. A little service means a sale. Oh, it seems that Mr. Brent sells something.
Yes, my dear. In his spare time.
What does he sell?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes?
Yes. Here we are. There you are. There is the pipe, and there is the bag. Oh, perhaps I'd better show you the diagram.
Oh, never mind that. Tell us where you play it.
Oh, it doesn't play music. Oh, no, it plays with the dust. You see, you pump the little pump, and the machine does the rest. There's the dust, there's the pipe, and there's the bag. You see what I mean? The dust comes up the little pipe and into the bag.
Hence, bagpipes.
Oh, yes, I think I understand perfectly. A little service helps a sale. How many have you bought, Rickaby?
12.
12?
Yes, of course. Don't you remember? You promised to give me the order today. Yes, of course you did. There you are. All you have to do is to sign the little book, and the little pump does the rest.
It's a wonder you're not on the stage, Mr. Brent. It would be much easier than walking around selling things.
It couldn't be much harder.
I should think you'd make a very good actor. If you had a little more time for rehearsal. Tell me, how did you meet your wife?
I told you all about that, my dear.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember. Quite romantic. You were both in the same company. A love match. Tell me, did you play any particular part?
Oh, just a little dancing.
Most interesting. You must do a little dance for me, Mr. Brent. And so must you, Rickaby.
Don't forget the time, my dear. Remember you have an appointment.
It's been a most diverting experience to have met you, Mr. Brent. And I'm simply dying to meet your wife. Goodbye. Rickaby.
Yes, my love.
What time does the matinee finish?
5 o'clock.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can keep my appointment, and then we can call round at the theatre about 5:15 and take Mary and Brent out to tea.
Oh, we can't do that, my dear.
Why not?
Well, she'll be tired after the performance. She must rest before the evening show. It'd be quite unfair to take her out to tea.
Rickaby, what I say goes.
You must go to the theatre at once. Tell Marion of the situation. Put her on her guard. Everything depends upon you.
Rickaby?
Coming, my love.
And if you come here again asking for one of the girls when the show's on, I'll tear you in two.
Are you going to see one of the girls? Maybe. Maybe not. Electric light.
Right.
Yes?
Right.
Carpet.
Hey, you!
morning, madam. I mean, sir. I wish to apologize for passing your house, theatre, on my previous visit. But you wouldn't like that, would you? I'm sure. No fear. But it's not too late, Matthew. Never too late. No. See what we have here? Our amazing free gift. There you are. There's the whole thing. See? There's a little pump. There's a little bag. And there's a little pipe. Bagpipe. Jolly, don't you think? There you are. Of course, mind you, the whole secret lies in the little pump. Come in. Take a look at her. Isn't she a beauty? There you are. Take it, sir. It's free. No. I tell you what, better let me demonstrate first. Now, you see that strip of carpet? Whatever you do, don't move. But watch what I do to it.
What are they laughing at?
I'm your husband.
What are you doing here?
Don't ask questions. No time. Desperate situation. I'm your husband.
Oh, do be sensible, please.
But I didn't do it. This isn't my idea. You don't suppose I do this sort of thing for pleasure, do you? Married 18 months. Lady Rudd.
What about Lady Rudd?
She's coming here to take you out to tea this afternoon. Absolutely desperate.
Oh, all right, well, you must get out of here now.
Do you mind telling me the way out, please?
They're eating you.
That's nothing to laugh at. What I want to know is where is my moppet-up?
Never mind about that. You come with me into the office.
But you don't think I want to do this sort of thing, do you? I was sent here, Miss Brent, a most desperate situation. Where is my moppet-up?
Never mind about these things.
I take awfully well for you to talk that way.
But I want to talk business with you.
Oh, that's different. Why did you say so before?
From tonight, you're in the show.
Oh, but did you want to talk business? I'm selling these. You give us the pump.
Now look here, you come back here at 8 o'clock tonight, do the same stuff in the evening show, and don't forget that dance.
But you can't waste my time like that.
But I'm offering you money.
I say, you trying to give me an order? Of course, one of these is no good to you with a big place like this to clean. But I'll tell you what, order 6 and I'll be here at 8. Order 3 dozen and I'll be here at 7. Or perhaps I'll stay the week. Now then, sir, yes or no? 3 dozen at £6 each. Or I'll tell you what, I'll take 5% for cash.
Right.
What name?
Corber. Tonight without fail.
Hello, up. A little service helps the sale.
Hey, 1 minute. What are these things?
Bagpipes.
2 past 8. What, 2 more?
No, the same 2.
Well, what are you going to do when one of them dies?
Look for some more, I suppose.
Number 2 area?
I'm resigning.
Oh, what's your trouble?
All you want in this business is a weak mind and strong feet. My mind's all right and my feet are no good.
You know, one of these days, one of you fellows is going to bring in an order. Number 3 area? Hey! He must have got an order. Oh, so you're here, are you?
I'm sorry, I didn't sell the whole 50 after all.
Dear, that's bad. Never mind, perhaps you'll sell the other 49 tomorrow, eh, Briggs?
Of course he will.
How do you like the job?
Oh, a little hard on the feet.
Oh, we shall have to get you a car.
Oh, no, don't bother. No, I don't need it now.
Oh, I suppose you're going to retire, eh?
Oh, no, I can't afford it. I never realized how easy it was to make money.
What's the idea?
Well, it's a perfect brainwave. Even after it had happened, I didn't see it at first. Funny, isn't it?
I hope so. We could do with a little fun in this business.
But you see what I mean? Instead of taking the Moppet up to the people, we bring the people to the Moppet up. As a matter of fact, I find that people are inclined to resent being called upon.
You've discovered that, have you?
I've forgotten the orders.
You've sold 4 dozen.
What? Yeah, well, 48, too short of 50.
But how?
My personality, I told you about it this morning.
Here, Briggs, get out of that chair. Sit down, my dear fellow. Have a cigar.
No.
Take a couple home.
No, thank you. I'll tell you what. Do you mind if I take my shoes off? Just for a moment.
Certainly, my dear fellow. Do what you like. You were talking about 1,000 people.
Oh, probably a few hundred more.
Oh, then you better take the Albert Hall instead of the Queen's Hall.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've arranged with the Mayfair Theatre. You see, there's a little girl I'm rather interested in there.
But why waste time on girls when you can sell vacuum cleaners like this?
Oh, well, she's sort of mixed up in it, you see. You must meet her. She's charming. I tell you what, why not come round tonight to Pansy Faces?
I shall know what you mean. Someday.
Why, say, I can't stay talking here. I've got to get home to dinner. I've got to change and then change back again. I've got to get to the theatre. I've got to see Marion Brent, and at least I must see Corber. Now, don't forget, now buy yourself a seat in the Mayfair Theatre tonight. You know what I mean? Combined business and pleasure and all that. Cheerio.
Why, directly you came into the room tonight and saw us all sitting here.
You were quite overcome with surprise, weren't you?
Absolutely staggered. I mean, of course, extreme pleasure always affects me that way.
Why do you keep looking at your watch?
Oh, just habit, you know.
Well, I expect you two have got quite a lot to say to each other.
Oh, not at all. I mean, I expect Angela knows all my stories.
There's one little story that a girl is never tired of hearing, isn't there, Mrs. Hockenheim?
I don't know that one.
I expect Angela knows it. She'll tell it to you, perhaps.
When they are alone, Lord Comfort.
Yeah, it's one day next week.
We've such a nice little treat for them, haven't we, Lord Comfort?
Oh, I hate treats. It always rains.
What Mrs. Hockenheim means is that she and I are going to the theatre tonight.
Yes, so am I. That is...
You mean you might be going to the theatre if you weren't staying here?
But I can't stay here. It's impossible.
But you won't be alone. Angela will be with you.
Yes, I was thinking of that. I mean, that is, I was thinking of Angela. You see, I'm a very difficult fellow to get on with.
Never mind. I shall try and understand you.
Of course you will. Take her out and show her the sundial by moonlight.
So romantic.
Well, we ought to be going if we want to see the show from the beginning. I'll listen to you when we come back from Pansy Faces.
Pansy Faces? But you're not going there. You're not going to say a thing like that.
What do you mean a thing like that?
Well, I mean, say, well, you won't like it.
Well, why shan't I like it?
Well, it's a dreadful show. I was reading about it the other day, and there's no laugh in it.
Well, that's curious. The impresario has just rung me up to tell me that they've just discovered a great new comedian.
It's a lie.
You seem to be making this a personal matter.
It is a personal matter. As a matter of fact, I'm going to warn you right now. Don't say I haven't done it. If you go to see Pansy Faces and leave me here with Angela, you take full responsibility.
Lord Comfort, is your son casting aspersions on my daughter?
Oh, he wouldn't do that. Would you, Tony?
No, of course I wouldn't. I wouldn't think of it.
Come along, my dear Mrs. Hockenheim. We'd better be going. You and I don't want to miss the overture, do we?
Did I say you can't?
Don't be afraid. I'll look after you until they come back.
I don't want anybody to look after me. See, you don't understand, and I can't explain.
Come and sit down.
Go on, get that stuff on him.
Well, here you are. You're late. Why?
Well, I was going to tell you about that. It's all changed. You see... You see, when I was here this afternoon, I didn't know I was going home to find Angela and her mother. It was all a trick. I hate Angela. She's still counter. But that's not the point.
Hey, all right. Well, what is the point about all this?
My father, 14 generations, you know, no queer business and all that.
Why, I don't know what would happen if he saw me like this. He'd possibly have a million fits. But I'd do anything in the world for Miss Brent. But you see what I mean? My father.
Don't keep talking about him. We've had all that before. You stay right here and wait until I tell you what to do.
Well, I tell you, I can't do anything.
Hail, mighty Gee! Some sheep with the finest whiskers in Araby.
Fetch in the beauteous maiden from the west.
Princess of the ancient Aryans, white as the driven snow, radiant beauty from distant lands, welcome to the Orient, future queen of the Orient. Prepare all of you to be dazzled by her peerless beauty.
Listen, look here, you can't do that. It isn't done.
Sing to us.
Oh, see, look here, I can't sing. Every moment I'm here, I'm in danger.
You're in mortal danger every second.
Of course one can laugh at a man like that on the stage, but one would never dream of inviting him to dinner.
Dinner? I wouldn't have him in the house.
Are you going to sing? Or shall I give you a taste of this?
Don't do anything like that.
He will sing, but not in my whiskers.
Whatever's the matter?
It can't be true. I must be seeing things.
I'd like to tell you all I'm a real thoroughbred with the bluest of blue Norman blood. What an uplifting thought to know you descend from a family who can't breed a dove. Crusaders and knights with halberd and spear would die for the family motto, no fear. No fear is the motto that's stamped on our armor, or was till it went for old iron. Ye gods, what a motto, and oh, what a crest, a red lion. I mean a red lion. And speaking of lions, when I'm in the Red Lion, should some commoner say, have a beer? Do I scornfully answer the serf in the negative? Not with these tonsils, no fear. Once I called at the Duchess of Dishwater's place, and she said, oh, this vacuum affair. Will it take away freckles, remove double chins, warts and pimples, superfluous hair? Said I to the Duchess, my dear girl, why not? Sit down and I'll demonstrate, right on the spot. Well, it plucked all her eyebrows just out by the roots, and the Duchess said, don't I look young? And and it pulled her glass eye out and her bottom set, and suddenly out came her tongue. Then her husband came in. I yelled, switch it off, as I fumbled about with the gear. But the Duke saw her tongue in the vacuum cleaner and said, will I what? No fear.
Excuse me.
I don't know if we're still married or not, but... Excuse me. Brad and Father, between them, well, I expect they'll want to ask you a lot of questions.
Now, Mrs. Brent.
I'm not Mrs. Brent.
Yes. My wife met your husband this afternoon. Let me explain.
Rickaby, you've done enough explaining already.
You go home, sir. I'll talk to you there.
Gentlemen to see you, sir.
Hey, I can't stay. They've let me down. The show's coming off tonight.
Show's coming off tonight? But you can't do that. There's a fortune in it. Why, he's our salesman. Salesman? How many other things is he?
Now, let me explain.
Sign that fellow on and my company will back your show until the roof falls in. All the money you want. This is the finest advertisement we've ever had. Shake.
Never mind. Tell me all about it.
Well, I got to your house, didn't I? You see, well, you know that part, and that brings us to the rats.
Oh, beautifully clear. Go on.
Hey, you. We'll pay you £40 a week for your act.
What, £80 a week to do this?
I said 60.
Oh, £100 a week.
This is going to mean hundreds of mob-it-ups a week.
And my commission paid every week?
Well, that's
I'd
hard.
better make it every night.
Very well.
You come into my office. We'll get this put down in writing.
Where was I? Oh, yes. Well, that brings us to now. See? You heard what Corber said. Of course, you shall be my leading lady.
Really?
Oh, yes. Alone we're nothing. But together we shall go up and up and up and up.
You really think so?
Of course we will. Don't you see, what with your brains and my looks, I mean my feet, we shall be one big...
You really mean that I'm to be your leading lady?
Why, yes, of course.
You're sure you went for breastfeeding?
I must ask you to trust me through thick and through thin, though the pamphlets are seldom sincere. But even though things are as black as they seem, do you think I'm like Father? No fear.